Hello, my League Two followers, and welcome to this League Two preview of what I believe is going to happen over this weekend's fixtures. I'm going to take you through every single fixture as I do every single week and let you know what I believe the predictions are. Then I want to know what your predictions for the games are. So, without any further ado, let's get started. The first game of the weekend is AFC Wimbledon. They're hosting Doncaster. They've both teams have had, I would say, decent starts to the campaign. Doncaster are in 10th, Wimbledon are in 6th. They've had pretty much the same sort of start. 4 points from 6, and I think this is going to be a coin flip of a game. But you know what? I'm going to go for Doncaster to spring a surprise here. I think Sheffield's side will win, but I'm saying 2-1 for them. The second game is Bradford City hosting Newport County. Now, Newport County and Bradford both had cup wins in midweek. So they're both going to come with confidence. Andy Cook's goals, though, for Bradford in midweek. Sublime as you'd expect from a striker like that. But Bradford haven't had the best of starts. You know, they've only picked up 1 point. In fact, both teams have only picked up 1 point from their opening 2 games. Obviously, Newport are in 17th, while Bradford are in 15th. But again, because of Valley Parade and the kind of noise that Valley Parade can generate, I'm going to go for a Bradford City win. Probably a brace again by Andy Cook. But the amount of quality Bradford have got, I do fancy them to get a win this time. I'm saying Bradford City 3, Newport County 1, I think. But I do fancy a fairly comfortable win for Bradford. Going on to match 3 now, Carlisle United up against Swindon. And boy, is this a contrast. Carlisle are in 9th. They've won and drew 4 points in the first 2 games. And their opponents, however, have only picked up a point from their first 2. And Carlisle, they had, they lost unfortunately in the League Cup, but they've got threats all over the park. They seem to know what they're doing. Swindon haven't got to grips yet with losing in the cup in midweek to Walsall as well hasn't really started them all that well. I do fancy Carlisle, especially with it being at home. I fancy Carlisle to get the win. I'm going to say 2-1 to Carlisle over Swindon, and I just think at the minute Carlisle on the up. Swindon still just need to find their feet a little. Match 4, Harrogate Town plays Crawley Town. Now, this is again Crawley with a fantastic cup win in midweek. Harrogate, a bit disappointing, but Harrogate, out of the 2, have probably had a better start to the season, I would say. Well, they're in 11th. They have won so far. Swindon have only picked up 1 point from the first 2 games. Crawley are bottom. I apologise. I've said Harrogate. And I would say that Crawley, 2 defeats from 2, and Harrogate have got a point. So, no, they haven't. They've got a win. I apologise. And I think that this could be close. I'm going to say Harrogate and Crawley will be a 1-1 draw, I believe. I think Crawley just needs something to get going. I think Harrogate will be fine throughout the season, I think. But Harrogate against Crawley, and I'm going to say it'll be a draw between the two sides. Match number 5, Leyton Orient host Mansfield Town. Now this is an interesting one, I must admit. And Mansfield have picked up a win and a defeat in their last 2 fixtures. Plus they lost in the Cup. Leyton Orient are flying high near the top of League 2 with 2 straight wins, of course. You just never know with Mansfield. I mean, they can just turn it up and really turn up. I'm going to basically say for this, I'm going to go for home advantage. I'm going to say Leyton Orient 3, Mansfield 2 in this. So for me, Leyton Orient to get a 3rd win out of 3. But it wouldn't surprise me if Nigel Clough's team did turn up and turn over Leyton Orient. But I'm saying 3-2 to Orient. Next game on, Northampton up against Hartlepool. I don't believe Hartlepool. They just literally at the minute, they cannot buy a win at the minute, really, can they? They picked up 1 win, but the defeat they got was a heavy one against Walsall. And now they're playing Northampton, who's had a win and a draw in their opening 2 games. I do fancy Northampton to get a result here. I'm going to say 3-0 for Northampton over Hartlepool United. I'm sure Jeff will love me for that, but there we go. I'm saying Northampton Town 3, Hartlepool United 0. Rochdale and Grimsby, I have done a video for that. You can find that over on my YouTube channel, but I am going to tell you that I am going to go for a Grimsby win. I've gone for a 2-1 win for Grimsby over Rochdale. But I do think that Robbie Stockdale, he's just starting to find his feet, especially after that cup win midweek. So it's going to be a difficult trip for the Mariners. But if you want to know more about that game, do look it up on my YouTube channel. It is there. And that'll give you more of a lowdown on that fixture. For anybody that doesn't, I'll let you know that it's 2-1 is my prediction for Grimsby there over Rochdale. Next, we have Salford up against Crewe. Now, Crewe and Salford both having cup disappointments midweek. But Crewe have actually 2 out of 2 in the league. Salford have got a win and a draw. It is at Salford, which is not an easy place to go, I have to say. And they're going to want to, after their defeat in the cup, they're both going to want to bounce back. I'm saying a draw, though. I'm saying this will be a draw. I'm going Salford City 2, Crewe Alexandra 2. 2 good sides, and they'll probably cancel each other out, really. Next, we have Stockport County up against Colchester. Now, Colchester really did spring a surprise, didn't they? In the cup midweek. And Stockport, they're in the cup. They got a win midweek, but they really are struggling to adjust to life at the moment in League 2. 2 defeats from 2. Again, this is a very tough game to call, really. If I had to be put on the spot, which I am doing, I'm gonna not only give this to Stockport, but I'm going to go a 2-0 win for Stockport over Colchester. Watch me get that very, very wrong. But I'm saying 2-0 to Stockport over Colchester United. The next game on is Sutton United against Barrow. Now, Barrow have been the surprise package so far this season. They're 2 wins out of 2. Wouldn't have thought we'd have got that. But there you go. Sutton, only a point to start with, and obviously disappointment in the cup as well. But at the minute, with the standard of football that Barrow are playing, I think I do fancy them to nick a win. I'm going to say a 3-1 win for Barrow over Sutton. I just fancy it. I just like the way Barrow are playing football at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Next we have Tranmere, who are second bottom. A team that you really wouldn't have thought would have been second bottom at this stage. They're hosting Gillingham. Gillingham got their revenge on Wimbledon in the cup in midweek. And Gillingham are not finding it as easy as they would have liked, but they are in 12. They have got 1 win from their opening 2. Tranmere 2 defeats from 2. I'm going to say Gillingham to back their win up. I'm going to say 2-1 for Gillingham over Tranmere. I just think they'll start finding their feet, And with Neil Harris in charge, I'm sure they will. 2-1 for Gillingham against Tranmere. And the final game is against 2 form horses. Right now, I've got to say, in League 2. Top of the table, Walsall meets 5th place Stevenage. They've got exactly the same points, so both unbeaten. Walsall are yet to concede in the league so far this season. Stevenage have gone 2 wins out of 2, scoring 4 goals and conceding 2. And, they've got 2 good managers there in Michael Flynn and Steve Evans as well at Stevenage. They're both playing some good stuff. They've both got threats in the team. I think it's anybody, so much so I can't split them. I'm going to go Walsall 2, Stevenage 2. Obviously, Walsall will want to keep that record of not conceding. But I do think that it could easily end up a draw. I'm going for a draw. So they are my predictions for the third round of fixtures in League 2. There is a midweek programme which I'll be covering. That will be coming up later on in the next day or so. If you are going to a game this weekend, do go and do enjoy it. I will be at the Grimsby Rochdale game, so any fan there from either Rochdale or Grimsby, if you do see me, come and say hello, and we'll have a good chat about that. And anybody, let me know down below what your thoughts on the games are. Good luck to anybody that has a team playing this weekend, and I'll be back over the weekend to preview the midweek games which take place on Tuesday. Until then, I'll see you guys very soon, and if you are going to a match, enjoy it, and you know what? Sing your hearts out. That's what I say.